Hello, brothers and sisters. This video is titled about the rapture and tribulation and what's next. And I'm sorry the title is a little misleading because what I'm really going to be talking about is what is everybody else saying is next. Understand the rapture can only happen on Rosh Hashanah. God has a calendar, and back in Torah, back in the law, he told us how to figure out his calendar. It's pretty simple, and I address this in a series I'm doing about rapture and tribulation fundamentals, or rapture and prophecy fundamentals. It's part 7. But basically, you start the year from the feast days, on the first feast day of the year, the spring feast days, and it has to do with the barley. So, and this year the barley was aviv. In other words, it was ripening on time. So it was back in September that Rosh Hashanah was. It's not in the winter. And you get people saying that. They're saying that it's in the winter. And they're just saying, oh, well, barley doesn't get ripe then, and ask any farmer. No, you look at scripture. There's actually people in Israel that check the barley to make sure it is aviv. And go to that video if you want more details, but the bottom line is it doesn't even mean ripe. They don't get it. Okay. So when the window closed this past year, I told you what was going to happen. People are going to start looking at tabernacles. People are going to pick other Jewish feast days. People are going to pick events in the world and twist scripture to meet them. That's what's going on. Oh my goodness. There was even a calendar that somebody put out, and they had gone through the month of December, which is almost over, will soon be over, and they had like in every day 3 or 4 different watchmen that said that was a high watch time for the rapture. I can't tell you the number of posts saying that the rapture is going to be any day. I feel sorry for these people that are making these posts, that are teaching people this, because James 3:1 makes it clear that those that are teaching are held to a higher standard. In order to understand prophecy, you have to go back to Scripture. Isaiah 46:10 tells us that God, how do you know that he's God? That he told us the end from the beginning. It's all there. That's why I know that that Rosh Hashanah is the only day. So I'm looking forward to this coming Rosh Hashanah. I'm not sure when it'll be, and I won't know that until we see the barley harvest in the spring. My choice for Antichrist, and not that it matters, I won't know for sure because I won't be here when because we will not know who the Antichrist really is until the trumpet blows and the rapture happens. But my choice is Prince Charles. I know he's King Charles, but he hasn't been coronated yet. But see, he gets this feast day stuff because right now his coronation is scheduled for what would be second Passover, and that's Passover for people that are not in the land. And that would encompass, that the coronation would actually encompass Passover, Feast of First Fruits, and the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Wrong order, but you get what I'm saying. If the barley is not aviv, then his coronation is actually on those days. And it's sort of like his way of fulfilling the spring feast days, possibly. But he gets it. It's not a coincidence that that's when his coronation is. So anyhow, you know what? I've been seeing people talking stuff and saying things for a long time. I remember one prophet who at that time was saying that he was a prophet, was telling us in so many words, was telling us that when Comet Ison, 2012, Comet Ison is the rapture. If it doesn't happen, I will stop prophesying. Well, he still is. 10 years later, he still is. There's actually Facebook groups or websites dedicated to him as a false prophet. False prophets are not good. So anyhow, and there's another thing. There's a website I used to watch. It would tell me all the geopolitical and financial stuff going on over and over. Inside information, this is going to happen, that's going to happen. And it stopped happening. It didn't happen. So what did I do? I quit listening. I decided not to listen to the garbage. I suggest the same for you. If somebody keeps telling you something's any day now and it doesn't happen, maybe that's not the person that you need to be listening to. It's a little rant. This is bothering me, and people are eating this stuff up, and there's a lot of garbage out there right now, folks. God bless you. Maranatha. Subscribe. Check out my videos. Take care.